Hello, my threeple, and welcome back to the Triple A-Pex Podcast. This is the 9th episode. Woohoo! 3 times 3, 9. But anyways, once again, yes, this is the 9th episode, and yeah, host again, 3LNEX, and then we actually have our co-host back, Keeper. He is here, and is back, and better than ever, for the 9th episode. So, we don't have a whole lot to talk about as of now, but we will find some other stuff. But there are two main things that we will be talking about. One thing in terms of Apex, we know some stuff about some future game modes that will be coming in to the future. There also might be the possibility of Wattson's Heirloom coming in sooner than we might be expecting. And there's something about Overwatch, or something that the Overwatch devs are doing that seems that's pretty big, and I think it's worth talking about in this episode. So, let's get into the topics, starting off with the new game modes that will be coming into the game. So, do you probably want to introduce us into that topic, Keeper? Okay, I guess I will. So, basically, well, there was a YouTuber who actually is friends with someone who's higher up at EA, actually found out some really interesting information about a team deathmatch mode, and I think there was also a 20v20 mode talked about as well, don't remember, but there is confirmed information about a team deathmatch mode, and it seems pretty exciting. So basically one of the things, or one of the features of this deathmatch mode, is that surprisingly enough, there is only a select amount of legends you can actually choose from in this future mode, which is really interesting, I must say. And there will be, and loadouts or weapons I think can be chosen, although I don't necessarily know how it's going to exactly work out, because I don't know what the details are for about equipping weapons and selecting loadouts when it comes to this future mode. And and also another thing that was revealed is that your shields are supposed to recharge on their own in this team deathmatch mode, which sounds pretty interesting. I wonder how fast they'll be charging up. Maybe like flashpoint zone healing speed from that event. I don't really know, but it does seem really cool and really interesting. And there are going to be certain map POIs that will be maps for team deathmatch, such as Marketplace, which is one that we know of as of now. I do not know the rest, and I don't think we know any other details besides those about this future team deathmatch mode. And once again, there was a talk of it being 30v30, but I don't see how that would work for a small map like Marketplace. So I'm guessing it's probably gonna be something a lot smaller, maybe a 5v5 team deathmatch. But there is talks of a possible 30v30 or 20v20 mode coming into the game, which is also pretty nuts. And once again, there is a capture the flag mode that was talked about as well, which I'm really excited for too, although capture the flag is not necessarily my thing. But yeah, it does seem really interesting. I think there were a few more talked about, but I don't exactly remember. But I would like to hear your guys' thoughts on that. So, Keeper, are you able to give your thoughts if you're not having any voice audio problems right now? Yeah, I don't know what's going on with him right now. I don't know if he's trying to speak or can't, but I don't know. Okay. Okay, so A Gaming, what are your thoughts about the team deathmatch mode? Or the future game modes? Oh, Keeper just left. Oh, he's in the audience now. Never mind. And he's back. Epic. Alright, so A Gaming said it looks very sweaty and toxic. Well, I mean, Arenas is kind of like that as well. But yeah, I think, well, team deathmatch I think will be very fun, but I can agree there will be a sweaty and toxic aspect of it, or whatever. Okay, so Keeper just told me his mic isn't working, so he's probably just gonna have to type in the chat to give his thoughts on things. But yeah, like the team deathmatch mode, it sounds really cool. Once again, and like the capture the flag and all the other game modes, whatever. And Keeper, I hope you're able to give your thoughts in the live chat so we can hear your opinions. Okay, so let's wait. So Keeper's typing right now in the live chat. Let's see what he's gonna say. Team deathmatch, very awesome. I think you had to say awesome there, but yeah. Team deathmatch, very awesome. Heshi's old PC is lag. It was always lag. Imagine 10 Gibbies pushing you in team deathmatch. Ooh, that'd be interesting. Oh, your mic is on. Nice. And yeah, once again, A Gaming said
No.
it's very sweaty and toxic. Bro, what?
Okay. Team deathmatch, awesome. Yes.
Yes. We are hyped for team deathmatch. It's kind of sucks how like the modded version that's like gonna be public soon, like is having team deathmatch first, other than the actual game. But maybe like the devs will see that and it'll be like, oh, we should add this into the game, or such. Maybe it'll be kind of a wake up call, but I don't really know. But I think that's going to be all for this topic. Like, team deathmatch mode, we know is going to be coming. Possible 30v30 or 20v20. Capture the flag mode, and a few others. We do know of the control mode that has been kind of leaked for some time now. So, yeah. Anyways, let's move on into our next topic, which I've already forgot what it was. Oh, that was right. The Wattson Heirloom is being brought up once again. A data miner has actually said that he knows somebody from works at Respawn, or very cool. so yeah, a data miner who I know of and talked to someone about the possibility of the Wattson Heirloom already being ready to be released into the game. Although we don't know if this is actually going to be the case. We know that Rampart's Heirloom was the only one that we really know of was in the files and how it's kind of leading up to be. But we don't really know because like the devs can just throw anything in at once. But we really only know of the Rampart Heirloom, like all that stuff, as of now, and that's what it's kind of leading up to be. But there is still the possibility of the Wattson Heirloom coming in, especially if it's in a good developed state. I just heard a scream, but yeah, I'm definitely excited for whenever the Wattson Heirloom comes. Like if it's not this season, then it will most likely be season 11, and I'm excited for the Wattson mains, like, whenever it comes. But I think it'll be coming soon, but I don't know if it's going to be coming in the next collection event or not. Like, I mean, again, there's a possibility, but I don't think we can confirm on that. What are your thoughts about possibility of the Wattson Heirloom possibly coming in soon, Keeper?
That'd be awesome. Like, did you see that concept, like the fence concept of like that sword thing?
Yeah, I saw
that. Yeah, that would
concept.
be awesome. I'd love to see that.
Yeah, but I think there is already kind of a large hint as to what Wattson's Heirloom might be, and there was this artwork that was posted some time ago, forgot when, and Wattson was like at a desk, and she had her head down, resting on the desk, and there was actually a karambit on the desk, like over in the corner, I think, that kind of had a similar look to Wraith's kunai. So people are saying that will probably be her heirloom.
Well, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't understand how that relates though, but yeah, that sounds cool.
Well, I think it was that Wraith might have given it to her, or something like that, possibly.
Okay.
Like the two are very close, like in the lore as friends. So I guess it would definitely make sense, and like I could picture it having like some sort of electric effect that looks similar to the effect that's on Wraith's kunai, if that is the case, and if the karambit is her heirloom. I personally find that really cool, really interesting. Although I do like the idea of probably a fence sword better, an electrical fence sword, because it's a little more unique than a karambit. But a karambit is really cool, honestly. Like a little
Yeah.
knife you can swing around, or whatever. It's really nice. It kind of reminds me of like it would kind of remind me of a mix of Octane's butterfly knife and the kunai, to be honest. But yeah, so Wattson's Heirloom might be coming sooner than we might think. Although there isn't like any 100% confirmed information, it does sound really cool, and I want to see what A Gaming's thoughts are about like the possible Wattson Heirloom. A Gaming did ask a question in the live chat, which is, do you think you can change heirloom colors? Like, I mean, there was the concept of being able to have heirloom skins, which I think would be really interesting, but I don't really know. But I do think that's a really cool idea, a really cool concept. And A Gaming also said Wattson needs her heirloom, and then crypto. Yeah, I agree. Wattson and crypto are both in need of an heirloom the most. But I can see on why they'd be releasing Rampart's heirloom, because it would draw more people into playing her, especially like if they're bringing in a really big buff for her, like in the mid-season patch, then it would kind of make sense. But there's just been legends like, again, Wattson and crypto, who have been out longer than Rampart, who deserve an heirloom more, in my personal opinion. So yeah, Wattson heirloom in the works, might already be finished and ready to release in the game, but we don't really know as of now. So now let's get into another topic, which I have found really crazy. So, as a former Overwatch player, this was honestly really surprising to hear. And like, I can get behind on why they're going to be doing this, but I don't know. So basically, if no one's really heard yet, the Overwatch devs are changing the name of McCree, who is one of the characters in Overwatch, to something else. We don't know what. I have heard some speculation that's probably just going to be changed to the first name and not McCree, but I don't really know. This is a really crazy topic about why they're changing McCree's name. So basically a little bit of the backstory behind this. So in case if nobody knew, or if you've been living under a rock, like Activision Blizzard are being sued by the whole state of California due to the fact that it's a hostile work environment for female workers, and it's just really nuts and really crazy. It's kind of pretty stupid. Like I was like really shocked to hear all of that stuff. Like I can barely speak, honestly. But yeah, so going back onto the character McCree. So that on the other hand, with like the Blizzard lawsuit, that's basically a motivator to why they're changing McCree's name, because McCree is the name is actually based off of someone who works at Blizzard whose name is actually Jesse McCree. So you have the Jesse McCree character in Overwatch, but then you also have this dev named Jesse McCree. And this Jesse McCree person, who was a worker at Blizzard, ended up like doing bad stuff to women, which is really disgusting. It's terrible. Like, dude hopefully was fired. I don't know what's going on, but just they need to get rid of all those idiots. And basically hearing about like how McCree was named after a worker at Blizzard really surprised me. I never knew that, and I don't think a lot of other people knew that as well, which is why I think like a lot of people are taken aback by how like they're changing the name of a beloved character like in a video game. Like I think it's and I saw Bro Wax video. He's an Overwatch content creator who's really good as well. Watched quite a bit of his videos in the past. He gave his thoughts, and he said that it's a small step to fixing the issue at Blizzard, but it's not really going to do anything. Like, it's not going to stop anything. Like I don't know how to feel about the change of the character, because like I don't know, I wouldn't necessarily call it unnecessary. Like the game devs are the devs. They can do whatever they want with the game, but like, and they can mess up the lore how much they want as well. But it's not really, I can agree, it's not really going to fix anything, and it's basically a useless tactic to solving a big issue that's been at Activision and Blizzard for so long now. What they need to do is just like overhaul their workers and like create a better work environment for women, because like you can't have like all of these like idiots like going around and just like doing bad stuff to women and such. Like, it's just uncalled for and completely ridiculous. They just need to get rid of those workers, actually pay women like a decent amount for what a lot of them do. Like, I've heard that, like, the female workers at Blizzard or Activision, like, haven't gotten paid as much as men, even though, like, some of them, like, might even be superior workers to men, which is ridiculous as well, and even getting chosen over by male counterparts who suck at their job. So, like, yes, facts. They need to give women equal pay as what they would to men, and they really need to just get rid of all those stupid workers who just, like, can't contain themselves. They just need a whole freaking overhaul of, like, their workplace, honestly. That's all they need to do. Like, I don't see the complete need to just change a character's name, because it's not gonna do shit. Like, honestly. It's only a small step and nothing else. And if they keep, like, trying to do all these unnecessary stuff, like putting the attention on a screwed up worker, then it's just gonna continue to, like, screw up their reputation. Like, their reputation is already screwed. Like, but it's, oh my god, I'm absolutely speechless. Like, what are your guys' thoughts, honestly?
When I heard this, I was like that, you know, because I didn't know what you're talking about. I thought you were talking about, like, game changes. I've never heard of this because I don't pay attention to Overwatch at all. So I was just like, what the hell?
It
like,
is what the hell. Like,
yeah, yeah, it was my exact, like, reaction. I was just like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel like many other people, not just Overwatch players, can be like, what the hell? Because once again, I think barely anyone knew about the character McCree being named after someone who was actually named McCree. Like, I think that was just, like, a complete, like, bombshell, to be honest. Like, I saw the post, I think it was, like, 2 days ago on their Instagram, and I was like, well, what is this? Like, I see big letter, I gotta read. And I was like, what? Well, what is going on? Like, to me, I feel like McCree, honestly, I don't feel like his name needs to be changed, but once again, like I said, the devs, they can do whatever they want with the lore in the game to make them whatever they want it to be. So, like, I feel he's a really iconic character, and I think the only thing I do agree with, like, Bro You Whack, once again. Like, I think, like, only the first name should really be changed, because the last name of McCree, obviously, is just too iconic for Overwatch. Like, it's just, yeah. I think that's pretty much all I really have to say about this situation. A-Gaming said he's also like, WTF, he used to play Overwatch. Yeah. A-Gaming also said, just because someone did something bad doesn't mean they should change it to McCree, just a name. Yeah, it's really just a name. It's not like a freaking, like, slur or some, like, discriminatory word people use. Like, McCree is just a name. I feel like that doesn't really need to be changed. Like, for example, if someone literally had, like, what you call it? Like, a freaking slur in their name, then that should definitely be changed, and or whatever. But what am I to say? But yeah, I feel like it's once again, I don't really think it was necessary to change McCree's name, but once again, devs are allowed to do what they want. They are going to try to find a way to, like, implement the name change into the lore, which will be really interesting as well. Interesting to see how they go about doing that. But yeah, it's just a crazy situation, like, and a very heated topic as well, when you know, like, what's the underlying cause of all this. And yeah, I think that's going to be all for this topic as of now. And what else were you thinking of possibly talking about, Keeper? Because I haven't really thought of too much stuff myself.
Yeah, I haven't really been paying attention to, like, news stuff because, you know, I've been, you know what I'm talking about? Like,
yeah, like any mainstream news or such. But
yeah.
I do have kind of a topic. It's a little smaller one. I think we'll get through this one quickly. But new map coming to Apex Legends, possibly in Season 11, Tropics.
Oh yeah, Tropics. Like
Yes.
there was a bunch of data like that was mined from that. I really want to see a map like that because I really would love to see like a forest map. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about? Like a bunch of
Yeah.
giant trees and stuff like that. And there could also be like tree houses and stuff. That'd be awesome.
Well,
And like
I would love
caves.
to see that.
Yeah, I would love to see that. Like you know the swamp from Kings Canyon.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to see that, but amplified.
That would be interesting. A
And
swamp
plus, you know
map.
what? You know they're gonna add like tridents and stuff. I love to see them like
Oh yeah.
I would love to see them add tridents and charge towers to that map so that it has both with what Kings Canyon and
Mm-hmm.
Olympus has, and then maybe something of its own.
Yeah. So yeah, there is going to be tridents on Tropics, and they're muddy tridents actually. Like they have the exact same model as the tridents on Olympus, except they're muddy, and it kind of fits well with the tropical theme, in my opinion. What I kind of and there's also wildlife that's going to be on the map. There has been it has been rumored to be on the planet Gaia, which is where like a few of the legends went to in the season 9 quest to go retrieve like spider venom to use to treat the virus from that was caused by the plants growing on Olympus. So there is
Oh
possibly going to be
yeah,
some spider wildlife, and you probably have to fight them to get loot or something. I kind of picture Tropics being a map that's half city and half like rainforest and such. I think quite a few people have actually been having that same sort of theory that it's going to one part of it's going to be city and one part of it's going to be like tropical island, and it's going to have like a beach probably, which will be really interesting. I would love to see swimming
yeah.
mechanics in it, honestly.
I don't know about that, just because I feel like it would be weird
Yeah, probably would,
swimming.
especially with how like physics work and guns probably or ammo wouldn't travel too fast through water. But I don't know. I'm not an expert. What am I to say? But yeah, Tropics is pretty hype. I picture season 11 is going to be a really big season, and I think the addition of a new map will just make it really perfect. And a lot of people will definitely be drawn to the game again, and there will probably be another peak in player count for when season 11 arrives, and if they choose to release a new map. Now there's the possibility they might go ahead and make some not World's Edge. I think World's Edge has had its fair share of changes, and not to mention we've just had World's Edge changes this season. I there is a possibility they could bring in more Olympus changes for season 11, but I don't really know. That's not really how it's looking like as of now. I think it's going to be the Tropics map, and maybe in season 12 we'll get an Olympus change, where like the vines like take over the
Yeah,
entire city. Like that'd be insane.
I'm pretty sure they would add a new map in season 11, and how they would probably add like different game modes.
Yeah, it would make season 11 a massive season, and if
Yeah,
they
make it bigger than like the rest of the seasons, honestly. Because if they were to add
continue.
so much game modes, like because that thing where they were like it was data mined how they were gonna like add a bunch of game modes like capture the flag and team deathmatch and hardpoint or whatever it's called. Uh,
Yeah, troll mode.
so if they were to add all of those modes, this would be like the biggest like season that's ever been dropped. Like it would be a huge update. Hopefully there wouldn't
Yeah,
be too much bugs though.
and it would make it even bigger if they, and there is the rumors that they could possibly add Ash as a playable character in season 11. So if they bring her in as well as a legend, they'll make it even bigger and whatever. Like that will be insane. But also on the topic of new maps, some time ago there was a new arena map that was found in the game that was called Encore, which is also known as Sky Garden, and apparently most likely going to be like um, a map that takes place around Olympus or whatever. It would seem really interesting, and it would probably come in the same time or around a similar time to what like Overflow came in. So maybe towards the end of the season, some sort of arena event, but we don't really know. But I think that's gonna be really interesting to see a Sky Garden map.
Yeah, I'm just like kind of excited because I really like. Oh yeah, wait. Oh, did you also hear that rework idea that Albert Lilly had for Revenant?
Oh no, I haven't. I think you said something about that, but I forgot to check it out.
Yeah, I just totally cut myself off there, but like I thought it was super interesting, and nobody else is talking about it. How like, what if Revenant was a rotation legend? Like, how his totem, you pretty much get all of the like speed and wall running and double jumping from the Halloween event,
Oh, that'd be
and
nasty.
how yeah, and you can't shoot or like you don't have weapons, you can't really do anything, and you have probably like half health, and but you can like go super fast. Like that would be so awesome. That would totally fix the
Oh
whole
yeah.
like
I feel
yeah,
like
that would
I feel like instead of half health though, they should make it so like you have like low profile enabled when you're
oh
in there
yeah,
as well.
true.
I think that'd be a little bit better to make it like still an insane third party tool and still good for like crazy rotations and such.
Yeah, I really love that idea because like that would totally eliminate Rev Team. Like there would
Yeah.
be no need for
Yeah,
an
there would be
Octane to
no
be on a
need
Revenant team.
there would be no need for Octane. Just get in the
I
totem,
mean
double jump, wall run.
I mean Octane's already pretty good. Like he's a really good rotation legend. This is like he
And
already
repositioning legend.
outclasses like Pathfinder.
And
This is
Wraith.
how like he pushed Wraith and Pathfinder out of the meta for like a season or two just because of this jump pad. And it's also it's that's how it changed the meta because Revenant, you know how like Revenant and Octane work together really well, like both of their ultimates.
Yeah.
He was reworked like that, then it would change that, and they wouldn't have to worry about the Rev Team meta.
Yeah.
And since they nerfed Seer, like the meta would be totally different.
Yes. And speaking of the Seer nerf, how do you feel about it? Like, cause I feel like he's become more balanced of a legend since he got that
I
nerfs.
haven't even I when I've been playing, I haven't even played against this Seer, so I have no idea. But I feel like it was a good change.
Yeah, I think it was a good change as well. It definitely balanced him out a little bit. But if like some statistics say otherwise, like I could possibly see the devs maybe buffing him in a little more. But I don't really see that happening. I think he's in a perfect spot as he is right now. Well, not perfect, but he is a lot more balanced than he is right now. So I don't really
Yeah.
feel like there needs to be a whole lot of changes to Seer as of now. But I feel like they still need to go back and try to fix up some other legends though, or at least try. Of
I
course, we
feel
know
like
the Wattson rework is going to be coming in the future, but
yeah.
yeah,
I think almost all the legends are in a really good place right now.
yeah, I agree. A lot of the legends I can say are decent legends. Although I do feel like since we're basically in a crazier recon meta, that Bangalore is going to need some sort of change to her smoke, like maybe densing the particles a little bit, or I heard of
That would
like,
be awesome if it was like an anti-scan.
oh yeah, that would be
Yeah,
crazy.
that would make it a
Also,
lot more useful.
I also heard another YouTuber say to give her more smokes, like possibly
No,
add like
I
a
don't.
third charge, but
No,
I don't
I
see
don't
that
think.
happening.
I don't think that's needed.
I think two charges for her smoke is absolutely fine. Like maybe,
Yeah, she's just a really bad Like I mean, not bad. She's a really balanced legend. It's just the meta is against her right now.
yeah, she's balanced, but the meta is for sure like not working in her favor. Like I also still feel like her ultimate needs a little bit of a change to make it more like a minefield and not necessarily just a barrage that creeps up on you and then gradually, it just has a rippling effect explosion. Like
Oh,
that,
like a minefield? That'd be pretty
yeah.
cool.
The gaming merchant actually suggested that like quite some time ago, and I really like that idea personally because it makes like enemies a lot more afraid, and it'll make, I guess it'll kind of make them like want to get out of the field a lot more, and not be pressured to stay there, and they'd probably have to work their way around it so they don't get screwed by the ultimate.
Yeah, that would also be. Oh yeah, you know the ticks from Titanfall.
Oh yeah,
I
ticks.
wonder when those are gonna get added in the game. Like, oh yeah,
I
you know the new grenade, right?
Oh yes, the
The
cryo
Cryo Grenade.
grenade. That's another
Yeah,
thing I kind of wanted to mention.
yeah.
So yeah, we're getting a Cryo Grenade in the future. We don't know when it's going to be coming. There's speculation that'll be coming in season 11, but I actually kind of have a theory that it might come out possibly will come out in a midway patch, because a lot of the times newer items, like for example the Evo Shield and the Heat Shields, they came out during midway patches. So who's to say a grenade can't come out in a midway patch? Especially how like the Cryo Grenade has animations for like when you're inspecting it and such, and we do know it's being tested as of now. Someone did confirm that, and it's supposed to be able to freeze people. But as to like other ways of how it operates, like it'll probably work like a thermite. It looks exactly like a thermite, just ice version. So it'd probably have like kind of like a line similar to a small wall similar to like the thermite.
Oh,
but
I just had a
be like
I just had an awesome idea. Like, what if they buff the L-Star again? I know that would be insane, but like, you know how the Rampage has that thermite thing?
Yeah.
So what if you could do that with a Cryonade on the L-Star, so where like the cooldown is just like, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, that would be really cool.
That'd be OP.
There is a hop up though that was found in the game files called Heatsink, which will most likely be for the L-Star though, to make it so like it it's it has a longer duration for until it like overheats. And there was also a possibility that it'll make it like more of a slow fire rate like weapon as well, like instead of it just being like, because someone did point it out from like the season 9 gameplay trailer that the L-Star that the Gibraltar was using, like it was firing like the bullets a lot slower and it looked a little larger. So that could possibly be something that has to do with the heat sink hop up, which would be really interesting. And there's also a theory another YouTuber had, Pwnhub, who actually, there is a leaked weapon known as the Hailstorm LMG, and he said that what if like the Cryo Grenade was like used to give the Hailstorm LMG, which might be like a high fire rate LMG. Like what if the Cryo Grenade made it so like it had a little bit of a slower fire rate, but it did like more damage and would have been a lot more viable like with farther ranges, like the complete opposite of what the Rampage is.
Oh yeah, that reminds me of that Rampart thing, to where like, you know, the minigun in Hyperscape.
Yeah, I think so. I've seen Hyperscape gameplay. I should probably know
Like
about that.
that's what I was thinking of, like in a Rampart buff. I mean, obviously, like the same sets as the minigun, which isn't, you know, it's not that OP if I'm being honest. Um, and the fire rate would be probably slower, but the damage would probably be less too, because you're
Yeah.
mobile. You're a lot more mobile. But still, it would do a lot of damage. Like, it would be so good. Like, the DPS is insane. It would obviously do more than the minigun in Hyperscape.
Mm-hmm.
And plus, there's movement involved. Like, that's insane.
Yeah, there is the
Oh,
The
yeah.
people did speculate that maybe Rampart's spicy buff will be that she's able to hold Sheila and use it. Maybe like you're able to mount Sheila, but then you can also like hold Sheila and and go crazy. Like that would be crazy, and it would fit like kind of fit the minigun aspect of things. Okay. Also, A Gaming said they should add a grenade that can attract and demoralize. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. You are. Oh my gosh. I don't know if I should read that or whatever. A Gaming is a dark humor fellow, I see. A decoy. Okay, Keeper just said something in the chat saying decoy nade. That would kind of make Mirage a little ineffective. But that would be interesting. There was a grenade. There is a type of grenade that I saw in like an old game that was kind of like a grenade that like would like create some sort of dome thing. I don't know what to call it. And like, I think it was like a void grenade. And like it would create a little bit of an area or a dome that you could go in, but it like blocks your vision or whatever, and you can't see what's in there. Like that would be really interesting. A sound grenade, A Gaming said. That would be, I think that would be not a good idea to add into Apex until they get all their audio issues figured out. Because I don't think that's wise. And I did hear that Seer was actually originally supposed to be more of an audio-based legend. Like, his tactical was originally going to be a grenade that mimics gunfire, so it would like draw in enemies. And the ultimate was originally supposed to be a dome, like the sphere, but it would like make it so like any gunfights that are happening in the dome can't be heard from anyone that's outside of it. That just sounds like really nuts, and I feel like that would have been a little bit of a bad idea since like the audio issues once again that Apex has. Like, they would really need to get all that stuff nailed and then add in like an audio based legend. But yeah, and what else do we got? A stun grenade. That would be cool. No flash grenades. Uh-oh, fast shot. I think we're already doomed because there is a character that's supposed to have a flashbang tactical. So, kind of spoke a little too soon there, bud. But, yeah, is there anything else that we were going to be talking about in this episode? Because I think we covered quite a few stuff.
There should be a legend that can, like, build these giant walls. Like, you can't shoot out of them like Rampart. It's just a giant wall. You know what I'm talking about?
That would be interesting.
That would be like Rampart. Like, if Rampart could do that, that'd be awesome.
I'd like to see, like, an ice-based legend who could, like, build up or could, like, create, like, an ice wall. Kind of like what Mei in Overwatch does.
I think that Lifeline should be able to res faster still. Like, she should be able to res people faster, like, down enemies, and, like, res people faster at respawn beacons.
Yeah, that would make sense. Unless if they, like, add in some sort of other character that can fast revive or fast respawn.
Oh yeah, and that one idea from a long time ago, where her Lifeline care package can also be a respawn beacon.
Ooh, I would like that as well.
Yeah, and then it spawns with like weapons and gear, so that when you spawn in your teammate, they have stuff to drop. Like, they can drop with stuff.
Oh yeah. Well, I don't think I exactly remember that, but it does sound like a interesting idea.
Oh no, I just made up that last part.
Oh, well, nice job. Well, I kind of do think that maybe like they should add weapons into Lifeline's care package, like just because it would be a little bit convenient. Like maybe not like
those.
Maybe
Remember
not like,
that in that LTM where they had those kitted weapons?
Oh
that
yeah.
Were like level
airdrop
blue,
escalation.
Or,
yeah. I thought of that. That was like my exact idea. Like add in like the airdrop escalation weapons into Lifeline care packages, or make it so like the upgrade version of the current weapon you have is like in there, taking into account like the majority of attachments you have.
Bro, I just had an insane idea.
Well, what is it? Tell us.
Okay, so y'all probably don't know, but in Paladins, there's this one character named Bomb King, and one of his abilities is Poppy, like a Poppy bomb, and he pretty much throws it. He throws it, and it launches him. It can launch him, enemies, and pretty much it's used like a movement thing, or to area effect to move enemies out of the way. I love Bomb King. I play him a lot.
Well, I actually had my own character concept, which involves an ability that can like knock back enemies, and I might show that in a future video. I probably definitely will, but it's gonna be later in the future, of course. But yeah, I'm all for like a knockback ability, kind of like the Bomb King ability you said, and something like Pharah's that one Pharah ability in Overwatch.
Like, that would be so awesome. Like, just the movement thing that launches you. Like, you throw it at the ground and it explodes and it launches you.
Oh,
yeah. You should look at some gameplay of Bomb King so you understand fully what I'm talking about.
Oh, it would be something a little more movement based instead of like combat based, or would it be like both?
It could be both, honestly. It could be a movement thing, and it can be used to move enemies out of the way. Like, if there's somebody behind cover, you can throw it and it blows them somewhere else. It doesn't do any damage though, or it does like 10 ticks, but I think damage would be OP.
Yeah, that would be a cool ability to see an Apex on a certain type of legend. Oh my gosh, imagine if Fuse's Knuckle Cluster had that same effect, like being able to just push back enemies.
Oh my god, that'd be so awesome.
That'd be really fun. Honestly, I should have
They
included.
could definitely learn from other games too. Like I know
should
it'd be
have
kind of like
included that in
copying, but you know,
concept video for Fuse.
people do it all the time.
Yeah. Is there anything else we were going to talk about? Because I think we've reached the time limit.
Oh yeah, we definitely did. Like 10 minutes ago.
Yeah. So I think that's going to be all for our topics. So yes, I've like a bunch of other stuff I got to do soon. So we're gonna have to end the episode here. Sadly, it won't be as long as the last episode, but this was an interesting one to say the least. So the first thing we talked about was like the new modes coming to Apex involving team deathmatch and such. We also talked about the possibility of Wattson's Heirloom coming in soon, and we talked about the McCree name change in Overwatch. We talked about Tropic Island map coming in along with the Encore map or the Sky Gardens map. And what was the other? I think I already forgot. I know we did talk about some nerfs and stuff. The Cryo Grenade we did end up talking about as well. And yeah, it's quite a lot we talked about in this episode in a little bit of a shorter amount of time. So yeah, that's going to be all for this episode of the Triple A-Pex Podcast. To the people who are watching on YouTube, if you did like it, then be sure to give it a like. And if you're brand new here to the channel, be sure to subscribe and turn on that bell icon so you get notified for whenever I upload a new video. More podcast episodes are going to be uploaded every Saturday in the evenings. So yeah, stay tuned for more episodes. And be sure to join the Discord server. The link will be in the description. The Discord server is also where I'm doing the podcast from live. So if you wish to listen to the podcast live at 5 p.m. EST on Saturdays, then you will know what to do. Join the Discord server. Also, I have a Guilded server, so if you have Guilded and are looking for any servers to join on there, I'll leave a link to that in the description too. Also, be sure to follow my Twitch channel at twitch.tv/ThrillerNex. And yeah, once again, that's all for episode 9 of the Triple A-Pex Podcast. I hope you did enjoy, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye. Say bye-bye, everybody.
Bye.